to class. It's week 8, and I decided it's time for a little celebration type music. So the theme from Rocky seemed appropriate as we start to wind up this class. Look on to the future. So this week's class doesn't have any additional readings. However, I would like you to go over all the readings from the class, review your notes, and look back over what we've accomplished and studied, because what I'm going to ask you to do is to try to determine from your own perspective what the most beneficial aspects of the course were. What did you find that you think you'll be able to use in future courses and in your studies and also on your dissertation? And anything that you found could have been modified, let me know about that. Otherwise, things don't change, but with proper feedback I can make adjustments. And then more specifically, which 3 articles did you think were most useful? Again, the course is based upon literature related to the strategic management field. So it's useful for me to know from your perspective as you read these, which did you think were the most important? Okay? And maybe which were the least important. So I can bring in, if it's something you found while doing your research, it's something I could include in the required reading for the class, and something maybe that was less useful or redundant, that could be eliminated from the reading list. The paper is along the same lines, is that I'd like you to write a few pages about what you considered were the most significant aspects that you've learned that will affect your thinking about the subject in the future. And pick 5, and I don't really want you to describe 5 different theories, although that's the easy way out. I really want you to think of 5 different things, components of learning that you've attained during this class, and to describe how those are going to shape your future thinking about the subject and perhaps other subjects also. For example, the first week we talked about the appropriateness of strategic management as an academic field and whether theories could actually be developed. And then in week number 7 we looked at testing theories, but also we questioned whether theories in strategic management could be empirically tested, or really are we just philosophizing about things that we would like to see happen or might happen, but there's no real proof that they work the way that we're supposing they do. Okay, so think about this and reflect back upon the readings and the papers that you've written, and try to pick out 5 of the most important things that you think will influence your thinking about this subject in the future. Well, the keys to success for this class are going to be to first review the discussions in the papers. We've had a lot of interesting discussions, and we've had a lot of interesting required articles as well as your outside articles, and so you should look back over those and then decide what you want to write about. Okay, not necessarily that you have to read in detail each article, but of course the more recent articles will be fresher in your mind. But we had some interesting stuff in the Mintzberg era and the Porter era. And so I think it would be a good idea to kind of skim back over those and sort of refresh your memory on what you learned at that particular point and which articles you found particularly useful. I want you to both think about the content of the class, which is of course strategic management, but also the approach that we used in the class, kind of a historical building from the foundational research up through the more current methods, as well as the empirical testing and questioning of the theories that were presented. Try to explain why you thought something was particularly useful. As I redesign this course and try to improve it, I may swap out some articles or change some of the topics, but I look at it from my perspective, and really you're the ones that I do this for. So if you can tell me what you think, what was useful, what you thought wasn't useful, I can use that the next go-around. One final comment on this. Although this class is on a particular topic, the idea is that you have to be very familiar with the process of theory development, whether you're going to be going into leadership or whether you're going to be going into international business or marketing. All these fields are based upon theory, and you have to understand the theory is presented, it's accepted or rejected, it is published, Other people read about it. It gets modified or questioned. And so whatever field you go in, the process that we've gone through in this class will be an effective method of trying to understand, so what is this field really about? What are the predominant theories? And of course, as you think towards your dissertation, which of these theories am I going to base my dissertation on? Where am I going to start from? Which literature am I going to try to follow? So learning is continuous, and hopefully this class kind of prepares you for the next step you're going to be taking. And of course, Wally has his own theories of success, his keys to success, that he would present to his manager. So read and enjoy. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.